two, one. We are live. Quarantine check-in. Got my cousin, UNIFY Ron, part of the UNIFY Weird movement. What's
You
good,
better believe
cuzzo?
it. What's good, man? Quarantine checking. I'm here, man. You
Yeah,
already know what it is.
indeed. I'm
Unify around, baby.
happy to have you. Greatly,
I'm happy
greatly,
to be here.
greatly appreciate having you here.
Thank you.
Oh man, like everything's everything, man. It's just dealing with this quarantine, like literally, like it's just been, flat out, having to deal with this quarantine, and you taking advantage of it and being able to understand, like, like whatever desire, passions you got in life. I think like
Okay.
that's been the best thing, and you already know my what my situation has been. I believe I talked to you, as far as hopping from the 9 to 5, and have an opportunity to take advantage of time like this. Like shit, like I would have never expect for us to be in this pandemic. Like that was something
And
that I had no idea was going to take place. And it's like, wow, it's bittersweet, because it's like, on one hand it sucks, but at the same time it does give an opportunity where like time is almost at a standstill, so it gives you that leverage to to do what you need to do, like whether if it's practice or having to build the networking to get to what you want to do. Like it's it all falls into place, and I'm grateful for it.
I am. Look, you just the last words you said was how I was gonna start mine. How you gonna take my beginning? How you gonna take my intro and make it your outro? All right. So no, but for real, like I'm grateful. I'm grateful for it, man. It allowed me to spend a bunch more time with my wife and my daughter,
Right.
and just be around the family, and and it allowed me to do a lot of stuff that I kept on like I wasn't procrastinating with it, but I wasn't making the time for it
Right.
because I got so many things that I have going on. I have to meticulously plan everything like step by step, and I have to carve out time for every little thing, like because that's like that it is ways to do multiple things and be great at all of them, but the thing is not doing it all at one time. Like you gotta do it in increments or whatever, and like so you know whatever it is that's like primarily financing my whole situation right now, that right there is what most of my time goes into.
Right.
And everything is leveled out. Like, so, then the second source of income that's right there, that goes, the second most amount of time goes into that, then the third, then the fourth, then the fifth. And what happens is the fifth outdo the fourth. Now it's like the fourth, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
is where the fifth was at.
Yeah.
You
Uh,
know what I mean? That fifth joint is up to third now.
right.
So,
A-
but all of them is doing their thing though.
absolutely. It's like you know having that ability to build residual income, like I know, and maybe the world don't know, like you have unified barber salon, and
Yeah,
also you have unified wear, and
yeah,
some folks may even recognize you more so from the unified wear, but I'm not going to speak on it a lot, like let's
yeah.
let's touch on like your journey, like where did the unify start?
The Unify started. I was at this barbershop in West Philly. It was called New Identity Barbershop at 41st and Lancaster, and it was like a real sense of camaraderie in there. These guys took me in off of the street. I didn't, I had no prior experience of cutting hair before I even went in there and met these guys. It was a high school friend of mine that I had went in there, and I was just talking to him, and I was letting them know that I was changing my life and stuff like that, and I was telling them that I was looking for some work, and I was asking them, did he know anybody that was hiring, and if so, then could he just steer me in their direction.
Right.
And they took me in. Well, he said at that point, have you ever thought about cutting hair? And I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind learning how to cut hair. I'm like, my uncle was one of the illest dudes, in Philly. So he was like, all right, well, won't you he was like, them both my cousins right there, like they own the shop. So
Right.
won't you go ask him or whatever? So I went right over to him and asked him or whatever, like, hey, what's up, man? Like, my name Ron, I'm little homie, you know what I mean? And he told me to come ask you, you know what I mean? I'm interested in cutting hair. Like, would you y'all got a chair available? I heard that the fifth chair is available. Like, would it be okay if I was to come here and and cut or whatever? He was like, how much experience you got? I said, I ain't got no experience. They laughed at me. Like, what you mean? Like, so, one thing led to another, man. And they said this was on a Friday. They said, all right, I like your attitude. They said, I tell you what, go get all the tools that you need, and if you're serious, then come back and we take it from there. That was on a Friday. I came back on Monday with the clippers and everything, ready
Wow.
to go. And here we are, September, almost 9 years later. But I'm not just going to skip that far ahead just that fast. Because what led to the Unify movement was, I was sitting on the stool in the shop one day, and I was just looking outside on the ad, man, and looking at like all of the dope fiends and just how everything was just like it just looked like a zombie land on the ad, like, and every time you turn around, you hearing people gossiping.
Mm-hmm.
It's every conversation I hear is toxic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for um I'm searching for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm dating super duper hard at the time, to the point that I'm extreme. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like it was like I was searching for I just wanted to be a better person
Right.
myself, so that I could be better for whoever I come into contact with. You know what I mean? I could be a better husband to my wife. I could be a better father to my daughter, a better cousin to my cousin, a
Facts.
better brother to my sister, a better brother to my brother. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Son to my mother, son to my father. You know what I'm saying? Um, and just me wanting that has had me on this journey. And I said I'm on this until I die. So that right there, like, I was looking at, you know what I mean, like how messed up we are as a people, and how against each other we are, and how we tear each other down. Like that's the first thing we do. Like, that's what we go to. 9 out of 10 of us, if you ask somebody about somebody or whatever, like, or you compliment somebody or something like that, like, it's considered Joe. It's considered, like it's crazy, man. Like, and I'm real respectful of your platform, and I curse a lot, but that lets you know how respectful I am of you and your platform, because I'm conscious about what I'm saying right now. So,
Right.
but anyway, the unified. That's where the unified thing came from, and me and I was up in there. It was me, a brother named Mel Abdulaziz. It was Mel and Abdulaziz's shop. Mel cutting the first chair, Abdulaziz cutting the second chair, Lil cutting the third chair, and at the time, I think it was Lil even there? Lil wasn't there at the time. I was in the
Okay.
third chair.
Hey Ron, pause right there. What's today?
All
I,
right.
I have a friend, Jasmine, and she actually had a question.
Okay.
Hey Jazz, what's your question? You know what I mean? Throw it out there. I want to get you on here too at some point, so we
What's
got
up,
we got to work on
Jazz?
that for sure. What was your question, Jazz? Asia, I see you. In here. What's good? How's everything?
What's up, Age?
Her question was, if you could tell yourself something 10 years ago, what would you tell yourself?
Never give up, and never.
Mm,
Um, but the first thing that I would tell myself, can I take that back and give the first thing I would tell myself is that I would never live my life based off the opinions of other people.
facts. Yeah, that's real. Like that's totally real, and I think that's something that I think we all could have been a burden of coming up at time, and being
I
in it.
think anybody that says they hasn't is a liar.
Yeah, yeah. That's when you understand, like, they're not really living truthful. They're living within a bubble amongst themselves, and maybe even being fear of change. Like, I feel like everybody has to change at some point, because don't get me wrong, like, as much as a lot of people give me credit for being humble, nice, and whatever, blah blah blah. But like, look, trust me, I've done my dirt out here, and it was one of those cycles where, like, when you continue to do the dirt, but then you don't really realize the understanding of why you shouldn't do the dirt. Like, you're going to keep you know bringing that energy to yourself, and once you understand it, and then you say, hey, you know what, I shouldn't be doing this, and you just know, like, the universe tells you, like, hey, this isn't right. like like at some point, like, you got to make the change, and once you understand that, and you can identify that, like,
Yeah.
stuff begin to to grow for you, like,
Yes, it does.
like, you see your abundance. It may come into the object of a different love, a financial income, like, it all depends on yourself, and like, what you're beginning to attract, once you do make that change. But
I'm
yeah,
loving it.
after she said, okay, with that being said, think as though you are working years younger than what you are. That's her motto. It's impossible, but just living in that light will get you farther than you would if you did not have that mindset. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty true. Like, it's
Oh
it's,
yeah.
it's very
Oh,
true.
she's agreeing to the to what we was talking about.
Right, and she's
Yeah.
also, she gave her motto too. She said it's
Yeah.
impossible, but just living in that light will get you that farther than you would if you did not, have that mindset.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, no
yeah,
doubt. Like, look, and that's what I say. It's you know, we all have struggled with it, man. It takes practice.
yeah,
It takes practice, man.
yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
I heard you say something about patience earlier, yo. Do
Mm-hmm.
you understand? Let me tell you where I learned patience. And like, look, your brother will tell you I was the most impatient person he probably knew.
Right.
Yeah. It was a point. It was a point. I'm not waiting for nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wanted everything to be microwave, instant gratification.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't know what it was to preheat the oven.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let it marinate. I ain't know what it like. Where I learned that from was barbering,
Mm.
dealing with kids, yo.
Yeah.
Yup.
That's
Dealing with the
deep.
kids that's snapping out or like a baby or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
cause
you got to have a finesse with the clippers. You don't want to cut them or
right. Yeah, cause
burn their skin.
a lot of barbers won't cut kids.
Yeah.
Unless they're a
They
certain
don't have the
age. Like,
patience.
yeah.
They don't got the tact. They don't got the tact. They
Right.
don't know how to deal with. They don't know how to deal with energy. They don't know how to. They don't know how to. Um. They don't know how to hone their energy. They don't know how to. They don't know how to direct their energy or how to, when like kids go off of energy.
Right. Oh yeah,
Kids
absolutely.
feel energy,
I think
and I
I
don't have
think
a problem with kids like no more. So it's
right.
crazy.
And I think I heard this somewhere before, and they were saying how kids at the age of 2 to, was it 5, like, they would give you the most pure response, or like they'll yeah, they're
They
basically,
the realest,
yeah,
yo.
like they're at their realest, because they're not necessarily,
Super authenticity. They don't know what it
exactly,
is
yeah,
to have to
actually,
conjure up a lie.
right, you hit it on the money. Like, they're more authentic, because
Yeah,
their brain hasn't been absorbed to where they're able to be consumed, as far as, like, like the pop culture, to say it, like, like, they're just going off a reaction. But then,
exactly.
like, once they get older, and they begin to consume, that the life, then it's like, okay, hey, you know what, I can maneuver and be this way, or maneuver to be a different way. Like,
Yeah,
it's totally different. Hold on,
and
Jasmine
those
said.
ways.
Hold on, real quick. Jasmine said, she said barbers play such a vital role in a man's life. Oh, that's a fact. Like, look,
Yeah,
my barber, he my therapist, to a certain extent.
yeah.
Like, look.
I've been called a therapist, fashion consultant. yo, they talk to me about everything, yo. They
Yeah,
talk to me about everything, and it's like I roll out the red carpet for people. I treat people with the utmost respect, man. And I just, man, I just be wanting better for the community or whatever. So
yeah,
I stopped allowing people to like I stopped even like really speaking on the fact that somebody's a hater. I
right.
stopped. Who cares? Like you know what I mean. Every once in a while, you fall back into it or whatever. But it's like the fact that that person, like, I use it as fuel. I use it as milk, as motivation, man. I
Mm-hmm.
don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. Like, look, I honestly, like, at this point, there's no energy to hate. Like, for what? Like, if it doesn't, have anything, regards to me, like, it's off my radar. Like, there's, really no need to like to put energy into something if there's no reaction or anything like that. Like, for what? Like, look,
Hey,
I'm
yo,
good.
I think we so blessed and so fortunate, man. Like we rich already, man, and
Right.
the wealth is coming in abundance, man. People
Absolutely.
get it messed up when they think about rich. I'm not even talking about. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not like I'm not a braggadocious. I'm not a braggadocious person, but I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Like I'm when I say rich, I'm not even talking about in the financial or monetary from a monetary perspective. I'm talking about rich as
Rich in
far
in
as like
life.
yeah, like I'm at peace. Like you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm in a real good space
Right.
with my wife, with my daughter, with my family, with my you know like and it's like I cut off a lot of people. Huh?
Yeah.
No time for fraudulence, yo.
Exactly. But wait, before
I'm
you proceed, Jazz had another question. She said, "Do you know the significance of the red and blue barber sign?" I can't answer that. I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean, barbers, we did bloodletting. We performed dental services. We were held in high regards.
Yeah.
Um, a long time ago, we were held in the same regards as lawyers and priests
Yeah.
back in the day. Like we did bloodletting. We performed dental services and all that type of stuff. So the red represents the blood. I forget what the blue is about,
Right.
and but I'm quite sure she could tell me though. I
Yeah.
forget.
Yeah.
I
Cause,
forget. Look,
cause she brought it up not too long ago. She did say long ago barbers were the modern day psychologists, and I totally
yeah,
believe
yeah,
that. Like
yeah,
I totally believe that because
yeah.
I feel like like that's where, that's where we all really
Black man's
come
country
together.
club.
Yeah. Yeah, she said you really know.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm telling her verbatim, like what I read in the textbook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't, and it's crazy because I just was getting consuming as much information as I needed to take the test and
Right.
pass it. But I really didn't like. I was already super duper sharp. Like I had students asking me over top of the teacher, like, "Can you show me how to do a fade, like how you just did it?" You know what I mean?
Right.
But that still was good. It rounded me and it made me even a better businessman because it is things that relate to business in the barber book and all that, like in the Milady book. They so I definitely would recommend that people still get all of the like besides having the the I don't know why the word's not coming to me right now. Like besides having all of the the physical or whatever, they need to have all of the other knowledge as well, like
Uh,
the general knowledge, the general aspect of it, and all the
right.
book knowledge.
Right. Look, this actually turning into a politicking episode. This was just supposed to have been a quarantine check-in, just talking about what's good
No,
and
this is
everything. But
decent,
no,
man. But
this is
this is
dope. This
decent.
is dope. This is real dope. But let's kind of let's take it back a little bit further. Like, when did cause from my knowledge, I knew the Unified Wear before the Unified Barbershop came about. So
Yeah.
how did the Unified Wear come about?
The Unified Wear came about. That was in New Identity Barbershop before they kicked me out.
Oh snap!
Yo, he told me,
Throw
yo,
the air
we
horn
gonna
on
we
that.
gonna leave that alone. We gonna leave that alone. We gonna leave that alone. But
I got you.
but the unified wear, um, like as far as what about the unified wear as far as the website? Like there's so many steps. Like
Just as development. Like how did it come about? Like, hey, like where, like, were you at a table, like was it you and someone else that said, hey, you know what, let's start developing apparel? Like how did it start?
Okay. All right. So I came up. All right. So what I was doing when I was sitting on the stool and I was looking outside, I wound up going to my phone and I started messing around with some apps I had, and I came up with a logo. And I showed it to Mel, and he was like, "Yo, like that's what I'm talking about. That's what type of time. That's what the culture need.
Right.
Like now I'm with that." And then Aziz was like, "Let me see." You know what I'm saying? So I showed it to Aziz or whatever, and he was like, "Yo, this is really really nice, man." I no, he was like, I was like, "Yo, I appreciate it, bro." He was like, "No, I don't think you understand what you
Right.
have here." I was like, "Well, what you want to do?" I was like, I'm thinking I was like, my idea was to put it on t-shirts and subconsciously program the minds of the people without them even knowing. I'm like, they gonna keep on seeing it, and then eventually they'll get the picture. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just like how they subconsciously being programmed to do everything that's wrong, let's subconsciously program them to do something that's right, that's gonna benefit us as a culture.
Right.
So he was like, how you feel about going 50-50 partners with this? He said, I'll help you do anything that you need me to help you with in order to blow this up and take this to whatever level. I said, I honestly feel as though this could be a global brand, man. And if you want to do 50-50 partners, let's do it. He said, all right, I got a lawyer and we can go draw up a contract and, we take it from there, man.
Nice.
And,
Nice.
yeah.
Jazz said, she said, UNIFY is definitely solidified, respected, and worn in the streets and in the entertainment industry. She's seen it many times.
Oh,
That's
appreciate it.
look,
Thank you.
look, that's a fact because I remember it was, you know, I remember when you started at the t-shirts and
Yeah.
like I just be riding around and next thing you know, like oh Unify, oh I see you, like like
No,
what I
that's
mean,
decent,
it,
man.
it's just like it just grew organically, man. Like
Yeah.
I'm proud of y'all, like definitely for everything that y'all do. But
Appreciate it.
but yeah, like what was I would like to say like when did you understand that the movement was being out like was really out there like when did it really hit you like you know what like we got something here and like
Um,
let's keep the consistency with it.
I always I felt like from the moment that I designed the logo that it could be a household name that I could see people wearing it all over the place. You ever seen a t-shirt that said "Obey" on it?
Yeah.
That's
Was that
where
the
that's
Nike one?
that's where Unify stemmed from.
Right.
That like I was like, "Obey what?" So I was like, I'm gonna put something on a t-shirt. That's where that came from.
Mm.
So that's where the idea came from. So, but as far as when did I realize like we had something and stuff like that, I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah.
Like I just always knew it. And as far as when did I realize it was out there, I don't. I
Mm.
don't. I feel like we barely scratching the surface.
Right.
We ain't making no noise.
Right.
We ain't making. In my opinion, I don't like. I intimidate people that I get in the room with because my thoughts is too big. You know what I'm saying? My
Right.
thoughts and my dreams is too big. That's why people had to get away from me, and I had to get away from them and stuff like that. And only the most authentic ones stayed around.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because and then with me having close calls with death and stuff like that, it
Right.
just made me a more live dude. Because you gotta think about it. But the more truthful you are with yourself, the more alive you are.
Yeah.
And
It's
if you're not alive, then you might as well be dead.
yeah.
So if you sitting here, if you walking around based off of like I would be like, look, dig this. You see this hat right here, right?
Right.
The color purple. So okay, let's just say like because being as though I could care less what people think, right? They talk about the color purple. Like you got some people that would say that the color purple is gay on a man. The color purple is actually royalty.
Right.
But I'll throw a pink hat on too. It doesn't matter. Like my thing is I know who I am. And as long as I'm good with that, it doesn't matter. Like and once we all learn to do that, then we gonna be great. And then once we learn how to love ourselves, we can love each other.
Exactly, and that comes with, people still living to the cliche of the stereotypes, like, like you said, like with the purple, or with the
Oh
pink,
my
like
goodness, man.
everyone immediately think, like, you're, on a down low or something like that. Like, why can't you just like the color? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know,
How about you just like the color
yeah,
and it look nice? How about it's a dope hat?
right,
And I got some purple J's to go with it. Like, how about it's a dope hat? You know what I'm saying? And it's
absolutely.
just and that's where it starts and that's where it stops.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yeah,
But people, but
exactly.
my thing is, where you win that is when you don't, when you genuinely, when you really start to like it doesn't matter. Like you because you got so much to
Yeah,
live for.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so much it doesn't matter. The
It's like,
distractions, you don't hear that stuff. You don't
exactly. You understand that like that outside voice doesn't matter as long as
it,
you're genuinely happy with yourself and what
guess what?
what you're looking to achieve, for success. Like you good. Like nothing else really matters. Like that, and that's what, like, I love listening to, to, like, individuals like Gary V. And, cause like
That's my guy,
yeah,
yo.
like
I like Gary V.
like he talks, he talks about that all the time, and not to, to really curse on here. Like, he be like, look, like at the end of the day, like nobody's opinion matters. Like, give zero fucks. Like,
Yeah.
what I mean? Give zero fucks. And
I'm in his text group. He be sending me texts every day. You need to get
yeah,
in that, John, too.
I
But I'm listening though.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like I follow him a lot, through YouTube
Yeah.
and stuff, as well as, through IG and everything, and Twitter. Like, I follow him heavy on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, but real quick, I don't want to lose sight of this, but
Got it.
Jazz asked, she asked if is there any advice you can give young men and women, to still pursue becoming successful in the arts field during the quarantine? And no cliche quote, bro. LOL.
No cliche quote. Oh, I got her. I can come up
Yeah.
with something off the top. You already know I'm a creator. And she said, and what is it that
Hold up,
art?
but before you answer, hey Jazz, is his name is Gary V. Well, his last name is Gary Vandercheck, but if you YouTube him on Gary,
BEE.
yeah, Gary
Yeah.
V, yeah, Gary VVEE, like his page should pop up. Trust me, like you gonna be motivated
Yeah.
by him, like immediately, So
Boy, damn.
let me know when you check him out too. I want to know how you feel about him. But yeah, like, yeah, she,
So what was she saying? She said, did I have any words of advice for?
yeah. Do you have any advice you can give young men and or women, to still pursue becoming successful in the arts field during the quarantine?
But
And
what type of arts?
I guess, just any art in particular, like just anybody, that's looking to, to fulfill a dream or desire or passion that they
No,
may have. Like,
whatever you do, you have to live it. You have whenever like it's not like you say, all right, I'm gonna do this from this time to that time. Like it's like when I want to, like I'll just throw on my AirPods and I'll just start writing a rhyme.
right,
Or as soon as I get off the phone with you, I might hit my voice memo, John, and spit like 4 bars or something like that. Or I might pull out the MacBook and start designing some sneakers.
right.
I just pick pockets of time to devote to what it is that I love.
Mm.
And you got to do that every day.
Yeah,
And I'm talking about there is no I don't feel like it. If you don't feel like it, then you don't really love it.
yeah,
I'm not talking about for the money.
right.
I'm talking about you'll do this if money didn't exist.
Right. Exactly. And you know what? To a certain extent, I can agree and disagree to a certain extent with that last one. Only because it's like, you know, everybody may not have the energy, to do certain stuff, each day. But, at the same time, you just don't want to lose sight of
Hmm.
that. You know what I mean? Like,
That's how you get the momentum going.
right, right. Exactly, exactly.
I can't.
Like
I don't
you
know how
can
to
build.
turn my hustle off.
Right, right, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But at the same time, too, I think that's when some people may still be in that stage where they're still not comfortable doing what they may really want to do. And they gotta learn to build that focus, like,
Yeah,
I'll be up my own testament because I'm like that sometimes.
yeah,
And I would even tell myself, like, let's say for instance, if I wasn't doing this and I'm just on the couch, watching television or something, I probably would say to myself, like, damn, you could be on that laptop, either trying to put together some questions for somebody that you want to interview, and or even just working on developing a template that you have a vision for, for the platforms that you want to produce. Like,
yeah.
there's things that can be done, so it's like, it's like, it could be a hit or miss at times, but at the same time, like, I'm not losing sight of it, but I know I gotta do it.
No,
Like, you know what I
no. Well,
mean?
as long as
Yeah.
your eyes is always on the prize, then you good.
Right.
And like you said, as far as that last part, and I have to say that yeah, I've been humbled by not turning my hustle off, like, or not, turning my hustle off sometimes, because it led to sleep deprivation, right?
Right.
And then what did that lead to? Now I have a seizure. I'm in the
Mm.
hospital. You know what I mean? Because I'm so amped, I don't want to go to sleep, yo.
Mm.
I just don't want to go to sleep. I'm like, I feel like a sense of urgency. Like, sometimes I feel that sense of urgency, and I'm like, yo, like, it's not promised that I'm going to even live the rest of the night.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? We dropping left and right. It's not promised that I'm going to be here. So I'm like, so that it's, and there's certain things like me having those seizures and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, now I'm really like, I'm like, damn, like, I remember when I was shy to grab the mic and jump on stage and stuff like that and rap and stuff like that when I was younger.
Yeah.
It wasn't my time then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like the attitude and what I've developed and stuff like that. Now it's like I will trash and smash anything lyrically.
I
Like,
know. I believe it. I heard you.
yeah. And
Shoot.
I make the beats, and
And
I engineer, and I shoot the videos, and I make the clothes. So that's self-made.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
and it's like I understand that I wasn't like I wasn't ready then.
Right.
I'm developed now, and I'm continuing to develop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the stupidest thing I ever hear is people say, "Man, I ain't never changed." I did.
Yeah.
Change is constant.
And
I'm evolving.
as you should. And I hear it sometimes when they be like, "Yo, Hawk, you change." Like, I have to. I can't stay stagnant. Oh, real quick, Jazz had a question to me. She said, "Do I believe comfortability comes with repetition or passion and natural talent?" And you know what? Like, I think it's like a level of a mixture, because if you already know your talent, then you know the work that you got to put in, and consistency is key, and that's something that I personally had to deal with, as far as just going live on Facebook itself. Like, I've
Yeah,
had moments where
me too.
I was nervous, to come on here. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, damn, I don't know what that reception is.
I
But
wouldn't have
then,
done this a year ago.
right? Oh yeah, exactly. Like, look, in my mind, I wanted to do it, but did I, in the physical, like, was I really doing it? Then it was like,
But the
I
thing is,
wasn't
you
there.
saw it. You
Right,
saw it,
right.
and now it's here.
And also too, I had to develop the mindset, like, I don't give zero shits what somebody may feel about this. I don't care about what the viewership is, because this is building me for the next level where I want my life to be.
Got
Because
you.
in my mind, and this is no knock to anybody that has a nine to five position, I don't want to go back to that position. And I manifested, to the point where I'm in a good space. God forbid anything to happen, knock on wood. But I know for a fact that I have to do work in order for me to stay in this position. So if I mentally put together, the mindset of where I want to be, there shouldn't be no reason for me to fall. Like, there's an opportunity to fail to where you may not get certain opportunities that you may put in for that's within the craft that you're seeking, but that you shouldn't be discouraged to say, hey, you know what, oh, that's it, I need to go back here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's what I mean, and that's where like I'm building myself mentally.
Persistence, man.
Right.
And like you said, the C word, consistency, man.
Consistency, yeah. Like,
Just showing up every day. Look, I call it putting one foot in front of the other, man.
right. I
Like
feel
you
you,
probably,
Jazz. Look,
yeah.
look, keep working. Look, you got a voice on you. Keep grinding. Like, don't you know what I mean? Like, she sings, and she got bars too. Like, look, y'all could do something in the future.
I want to do a
Yeah.
track with her, and
Like,
we can
look.
shoot a video, and we
Exactly.
can shoot a video.
Yeah. So, like, look, there you go. Boom. That's networking right there. I make.
Look, that's what I'm talking about. And look at what you're doing. You the
Mm-hmm.
connector. You know what I mean? They
Right.
they they will refer to you as the conduit.
Right.
You know what a conduit is?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. So look, you know what I mean. I make sure to to be able make sure y'all get info or begin to
I
follow
got
each other.
beats. I got crazy beats for it too, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some R&B. I got some. I got all types of joints. West Coast. I got some rock and roll, some
Mm.
jazz.
You know what? I'm gonna definitely have to connect with you on that because I wanna I wanna I wanna grab a beat so that way I can have it play like it's gonna play like low volume during my politicking episode. So
And it'll
you
be an
know
original. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, so that way I own it and I ain't gotta, have to worry about copyright infringement and stuff like
No.
that. So exactly. Hold on, Jazz said. So what do you? I guess you. Excuse me. So what do you say to those people that ask you what's your plan B or have asked you this in the past? My answer is enforce A. Plan A. Exactly. Like, see,
I
the
was
thing
look.
is,
It ain't no plan B.
right. Exactly. Like, you got to be all in. Like,
I gotta take Fab line off of this. He said my plan B is another way to make my plan A work.
mm-hmm.
Come on now. I'm not like this is what it is. Unified. Like
Right. Exactly. And that's why I say, like, don't get me wrong, like savings, investments, and all of that is key. Like, you gotta have it. Like,
yeah,
and that ain't for everybody to know too. Like, what I mean? Like, what you do is what you do. Like, you ain't gotta explain yourself to everybody. As long
exactly.
as long as you're happy and you're doing what you need to do, like, you're good. You know what I mean? Like, you are
It
very
be
good.
times. It be times I'm out here, man. I just be chilling. Like I might just got on jeans and a hoodie and some trees or whatever, and I just look like a regular boy on the block or whatever. Like, but
Mm-hmm.
like I'm good. I don't want to draw that type of attention. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
I can get fly when it's time though.
Yeah. Look, same. Like for me, look, everybody accustomed to me. Like Shorty would tell you, he'd be like, "Yo, that's t-shirt hot." Look, it's funny. Look, I ain't got a white tee on now. He'd be like, "Yo, that's white tee hot right there." Like,
Yeah,
look,
yeah, I
like,
remember that.
like, look, I'm good. Like, I don't, you know what I mean. When it's time to get fly, I
Yeah,
get fly. But hold on,
yeah.
Jazz said because if you focus on Plan B, you aren't giving your all to Plan A, and that's a fact.
True story.
That's a total fact.
True
And
story.
like, and that's something that me and my mom we might spar back and forth on and stuff because she always try to throw in there like, well, like you
That's
gotta do
old
this and
school.
that.
That's
Yeah,
old school. That's
exactly.
yeah. She just
Like,
telling you what was told to her.
mm-hmm, exactly. So
But we love you, Auntie, but we different though.
for sure.
You know what I mean? And thanks to y'all. Thanks to y'all. Like they did a great job, y'all.
Yeah,
They did it. Our parents did great jobs, yo. Like
absolutely.
I was just up there with my dad today, man. I was just up there with my dad today at the
Yo,
shop, man.
I passed it. I passed it. What time was you up there? I passed it. It was
Wow,
like
I was
around
up
one.
there between 6:30 and I took my wife's car up there to get an oil change, and then I went and dropped her car off and came back at like 8:30. I came back at 8:30 and
Okay.
I got a left rear tire on my car.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I passed it a little bit earlier today. I saw it open. I was like, "Oh, I said Mr. Pippen there, huh?" I was like,
You know
in
what?
there
He
grinding.
said he was leaving after he was done with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You ever tell you I ran into him at the grocery store one day?
He probably did. He probably
Yeah.
did.
Look, I shocked him. It was like, Doc, what you doing up here?
Yo, that's my guy right there, yo.
Yeah.
I told him, I
Yeah.
just told him, I'm like, thank you for everything, man. I
Love.
told him, thank you for everything.
Right. Love. Major love. Hey, real
Yeah.
quick before I don't want to lose sight of this. How did the you know the partnership like with you and Del P come about? Cause you know he's a big supporter of the UNIFY movement.
And Dell is hot. Like
He is. His last
he's
album was
super hot.
fire.
Um, Del P, we were sponsoring him in 2017 and 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, we were sponsoring him, and he still, like he be touring and doing his thing now, but it's nothing for me to call him and he come through the shop and stuff like that, come holler at me and Abdul Aziz,
Right.
and he'll just cop something, just to support or whatever, just because, like, and guess what's crazy? Me and him got a super tight bond. It was unfortunate, but his mom died from a seizure.
Oh, sorry to
You
hear
know
that.
what I'm saying? And he was there, you know what I mean? He's dealt with me after I had a couple episodes and stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like I ain't even, like me and him cried together, and like, you know what I mean? He was like, bro, like bro, you gonna be good, like, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's heavy, man. Like I know that's that's a big big pill to swallow. Like that's real heavy.
Yeah,
Shoot.
man.
Oh, hold on one second. Sorry. Oh no, wait. Jazz had another question. She asked, "What advice do you have for young men and women that are married with hopes of reaching Jana heaven?" Sorry, deep question, but everyone knows marriage is a dedication.
Oh man, that right there, you gonna have to take your time with that and take it one day at a
Yeah.
time.
She
You
said,
like,
she's my fault. She said, I think people are so open to giving up, and I want to give advice from a man point of view.
no, you got to take your time with that. Like my marriage, I'm in this. I'm not giving up. My wife is upstairs, and she might even hear me right now, but she get on my nerves sometimes. I know I get on her nerves probably even more.
Right,
At the end of the day, if worst come to worst, I'm gonna give her a three. I'm gonna give her 3 days. You know what I mean? And we're gonna move on. But it don't even come to that. It's never come to that with us. We just, like we good at like she's such an honest person, like, you know what I mean? It's like if she tells me something or whatever, it really be for my own good.
right,
It just be me wanting to be defiant and just do whatever I want to do sometimes.
right,
But sometimes, like I might not want to hear her come down here right now if she was to say, like, whatever time, like, say if it was 2 o'clock in the morning, like, you need to go to bed, like serious, you trying to go through that again, like, you know
right,
what I'm saying? Yo, like, I'll be like, you know what I mean? So that right there could turn into a little something or whatever, but that it's something that I learned how to deal with or whatever, because I know that she has my best interest at heart.
right. She
You
says,
know?
"LOL." A lot of nerves being work. LOL.
Yeah. I know that I get on her nerves as
Yeah.
well.
Now, does social media play a pivotal role, like within the relationships? Because that seemed like to be one of the biggest platforms to cause friction amongst relationships or even the division of relationships because of social media communication.
Nah, not I mean not my relationship, because I'm mature. And for the most part, I handle, like, I'm really on social media handling business for real, for real. Like,
Right.
don't get me wrong, I definitely get my glimpse on and stuff like that and scroll through, you know what I mean?
Right.
But hey, that's
Ain't
look,
no ain't no
I can't
wrong
help
little
that.
look like
I
that.
can't help that right there. Look,
Well, look,
it is what it is when it comes to that right there. Like,
right,
look,
like.
and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm not stopping it.
But look,
What?
that's
Like,
her post.
and you not divorcing me over it neither.
Right. Hold on, one more question. She asks, "Do you believe genuine communication really enhances any relationship we have in life, and why or why not?"
I believe that it does,
Mm-hmm.
because I would rather somebody tell me the truth, So I can like I'd rather somebody tell me the truth and I can respond to that. They give me a choice of whether or not to accept or reject whatever it is that they dishing out,
Right.
as opposed to somebody mislead me or try to manipulate me and lie to me and stuff like that. And every conversation we got is cloudy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm confused. I don't know how to take it.
Yeah. Look.
Is you coming at me or
Right.
like I don't know what's going on? Like
Wait. Like her recent comment, Jazz said, like it's Ramadan. I'm trying to scroll.
yo. Look, she got jokes, yo. She got jokes. Look,
Yo, that's funny.
the end is Sunday, I believe.
Right.
So I guess Monday she'll be back at it.
But no, like I'm single, so. But personally, for me, I think communication is key. Like one thing that I don't think
That's in all relations.
yeah, like one thing I don't think I'd be able to tolerate if my significant other, you know, puts the communication through social media over reality. Like I can see that happen happening a lot. Which draws division in relationships and stuff. And like I'm good. Like you say, like for me, something that I'm learning is to try to make my platforms business oriented. Like for Facebook, this is my hub as far as like getting doing live hits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
IG, I may do photos, and whatnot from time to time on there, but for the most part, I really want that to be business oriented as well, as far as like my future interviews that's going to be placed on YouTube, or
Yeah.
I might put like little quick video quick clips on there and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Now Twitter is almost my brain. Like because
See, I don't even do Twitter.
like Twitter is it's instant access to people, as well as just like putting down like what's on your mind too. But
Okay.
like that's something that like I love Twitter for, like.
Twitter's like you know what I mean. It's like it's right there. Like
Right.
it's it's like text like the world texting each other like.
Exactly. It's basically like a group hub, like literally right there. Like honestly, like I have more success reaching out to top tier people through Twitter than I would like if it was like through a Facebook or Instagram or something like that.
Yeah.
But so hold up. Jazz, she had a couple more. She said, "Sorry for all the questions." No, you good, Jazz. Keep them
No,
coming.
Jazz is good. I'm enjoying this. I'm
Look,
enjoying this
she
because she allowing me to, you know what I mean, I gotta get better at this.
right. She said, well, she said first. She said, "Sorry for all the questions, but how have you adapted to life and doing business in LA as opposed to in Philly, where for most hold up, where for the most part." Hold on, let me get the last part. Where for the most part, someone does not, that excuse me, for the most part, of someone does not like you, they will not pretend to like you. So she said, how have you adapted to life and doing business in LA as opposed to in Philly, where for the most part, someone does not like you, they will pretend to like you.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I was going to say, I know she ain't saying Philly
Right.
that
But
if someone don't like you, they don't. No, they pretend like they
yeah,
like you.
and then
And then as soon as you turn around, it's a bunch of knives in your back.
then she followed up. She said, for how they may benefit from associating with you. Yeah, that's critical. Like,
Um, ask me the question one more time.
all right. So the question was, how have you adapted to life and doing business in LA as opposed to Philly, where for the most part someone does not like you, but they will pretend to like you for how they may benefit from associating with you. Basically, how do how have you adapted to life, of a fake, of a fraud, somebody that may pretend
Yo,
to
yo,
to
Dick,
pretend to
Dick.
like you but don't really like you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I expose frauds.
Mm,
I mean like and not like in the not like I'm a tough guy or we got a rumble or nothing like that.
right.
But I ask people straight up like, excuse me, what did you just say? What did you mean by that?
Yeah.
Or like it's something as simple as that. Like you'd be surprised the type of reaction or response that you get from somebody. And I'm not talking about you don't got to do it in a crowd. What you do is you wait till you get the person alone. You just ask you ask them like, do they have a problem or is it something that y'all need to discuss? I seemed like you was a little upset earlier. Did you want to talk?
Right.
They don't know how to take stuff like that because you're
Mm-hmm.
not coming to them with the rah-rah stuff talking about, you know what I'm saying? If you got a problem, no, you like, yo, is there something that you want to talk about? Because, remember earlier, the little situation or whatever, it seemed like it was a little heated and I felt the tension in the room.
Right.
The energy shifted. Like for the last couple of hours, it felt a little uncomfortable. So are you okay? Or is it something
Mm-hmm.
you want to talk to me about?
Yeah.
And guess how many people I've come to like that? And they be like, oh, no, I don't, oh, okay.
Because
And so
they can't
I
match that
stopped
energy.
doing it.
Yeah, like and that's the thing, and that's when it goes to like when people really don't understand their own energy, like and they they do it in fraudulent ways to say, like
Yeah. Like you talking about the subliminal
yeah,
little, like the little, like, and it's crazy because it be men. When men do it, it look real bad. Like when females do it, we was used to that since kids.
I honestly think men do it more than women.
They do it more than women.
Yeah,
Now,
I hate to
and now
say
it's
it.
like the women be more hard bodied than the dudes.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I don't know. Like as I get older, I always feel like women always play like I ain't gonna say play. They always had that predominant role. Like I think women was always more hard on to men. I think men can try to portray the role of being hard or even authentic, to a certain extent until they're really put into the fire pit to where they got to get themselves out of there. You know what I mean? Like it's different, but no matter what, it's always like that woman always played a pivotal role, into a level of success, like no matter what, like
Yo, I ain't even gonna hold you. As far as I refer to my wife, I say you already know. Like I don't like comparing. I don't like comparisons or whatever. But I'd be like, I'm Jay, you Beyonce, like
right.
because like we really the shit. Like
Yeah,
um like she a genius too. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
right,
super smart, super mature, like honest. Yo, it's crazy.
right,
It's crazy, yo. Like it's like how could you not love that?
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And then when you got somebody that love you unconditionally, like they'll cuss you out because they want the best for you.
right.
Right? Like that's what you gotta understand. Like she not like tripping on me because she like dislike me, you know what I'm saying? Cause I've been doing well. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like me and her have been on good terms, man.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Look, I even had to get past that part of my life. Getting like being around friends, right? That like I'm talking about when we was younger, we would have contests to see who could get the most and all that, right?
right.
But being around those guys, right? When you settle down and you say this the only one that I'm with and stuff like that, you got dudes out here that are trying to make it like you a lame,
Yeah.
like that's like I don't understand. Like it ain't no way a dude could just be with one joint. Like it's no way I could ever do that. Like I don't understand that. Like,
And trusting
well, it's not for you to understand. It's for me to understand because it's
exactly.
my
It's your
life.
life. Exactly. Exactly. And trust and believe, like they idolize you on the low because what I mean when they're they're alone to themselves and
I ain't
like
never alone. I
no
ain't never alone. I can roll over.
right no yeah exactly
I can roll over like
exactly
you know what I mean.
exactly. Shoot. Hold up, Jazz said she worked in a barbershop before. Her uncle owns a hair connect on 22nd and Lehigh, and she can honestly say being in the barbershop environment has no
So I heard a lot of
comparison
games.
to any other environment. It's like a whole mother world, like an escape. Yeah, look, you've seen a lot. Like a lot goes down in the barbershop.
Yeah, yeah, a
Like
lot goes down in the barbershop. But yo, guess one thing I could say about Unified Barber Parlor, yo. Anybody that's ever had the experience of being there, you can even ask your brother. He's been there once or twice, I believe, and
right,
DJ been there like once. But you can ask him I think Didi been there before too, but you can just ask anybody that been to Unified Barber Parlor. Ask them about their experience. Look us up, Google us, and look at the reviews. The review people not gonna just make that up.
Right.
You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying?
And
Like
and I've seen, just based off of, like, from IG, the way you cater to your clientele. And like I said,
I love my
how,
clients, yo.
like how y'all put the chair back, you know what I mean?
The massage,
The massage on them and stuff,
yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all do the damn thing. Like,
Look,
I commend y'all on
I,
that.
I, this is the stuff I provide people. This is what I do. I tell people I provide people with $1 million worth of service and say, man, just give me 500,000, man.
Right. Absolutely.
And guess what? They give me 800,000.
Right. Look, that's love. Like, all love. Like,
Yeah,
I see it all the time, man. Like, but nah, like, look, I say it all the time. Like, no matter what you do, like, I'm always proud of you. Like, I'm always proud of, your
appreciate
grind,
it,
the you
man.
know the hustle, that y'all put in, and, the consistency. That should just be the title of this, period. The consistency that y'all put in, like, y'all put in, consistency, catering, to the customers,
Yo,
catering
thanks,
catering
man.
to the community. What I mean, I can't even, withhold, as far as, like, what y'all did for the kids, when they went back to school,
Oh, the
back
annual
in
book bag drop.
yeah,
Yo,
back
thanks
in
a lot, man.
September. Like, y'all did the damn thing,
Yo, that
rallying the
joint's fun.
kids.
That joint's fun. They had the water ice. 103.9 came out. Like that
Right,
joint's fun. Man.
right,
On there with Sir.
yeah.
All of them,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was we were sponsoring him too. You know what I mean? We had a sponsorship relationship with him as well.
Right. Hey, Jazz she got one more question. She said the last question. She said, tell us the craziest thing that you've seen working in a barbershop.
I'm not able to say that on camera. I could
Sorry,
say some
Jazz.
crazy stuff that I've seen, but I'm not able to say that on camera.
Right. Hey, look, I'm not trying to, incriminate you or anything like that.
Oh
That,
no,
that's
yeah,
just
yeah,
that's just what it is. but
yeah.
um, but yeah, that's crazy.
But she knows what goes down like
Right.
in shops in Philly. This
Mm-hmm.
new identity. Unified Barber Parlor was the energy that me and Aziz wanted to create.
Right.
We didn't want that the like the young boys coming in pilled up and syruped up with the butt all out. No, young
Right.
boy, pull your pants up. Look, they come in my establishment, pull your pants up.
Right. Like,
Look, and I had a young boy look like.
I
I'm
got the
like,
IG up now,
excuse me.
just showing some of the cuts, just scrolling through.
Oh, that's what's. Oh, you showing her the work?
Yeah,
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's
So
up.
so if anybody want to follow, you can follow them on Instagram at Unify Vision, UNIFYVISION, and they also have Unify Wear as well. You can follow them at Unify Wear as well. But
Hey,
yeah,
how you gonna be super successful, man? Like,
oh,
yo,
love,
you
man,
you gonna yo, no, because
much love.
you a natural. You a natural at this, yo.
Thank you, thank you.
No doubt.
Look, I'm working. I'm working. Trying to get. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say trying to get there. I'm looking forward to getting there. But yeah,
Yeah.
like, but what's the address to the barbershop? Matter of fact,
The address is 5144
yep,
Haverford Avenue.
got it.
Yep.
Absolutely,
That's at 52nd and Haverford by the Peach Pizza.
definitely. All right, love. Well, how long we been on
Yeah.
here? Oh, it's almost been about an hour.
That
But
was decent,
but
man.
yeah, because, like, look, man, I greatly appreciate you hopping on here, man. Like,
Yes. Yo, I greatly appreciate you having me, man. Like and look, I feel it's crazy because like what I'm trying to do is just give you the most honest answers that I can and stuff like that.
right.
But and just be as natural as I can. Look, I don't even know what that just was, but I'm just
Oh man, look, let it flow.
you know what I'm saying? So I just everything they like, all right, why you keep doing this?
Right.
I don't know.
Hey Jazz, yeah, the shop out west, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she asked if you were from West. I know you're not from West.
No, I'm from
Yeah,
uptown.
uptown. That's
I'm from
uptown
uptown.
kid.
I'm from Uptown. I lived a year and a half in Horsham. I lived in North Philly. I lived in California. I lived in Atlanta. I came
Mm-hmm.
back up here. I lived in Virginia. Yeah, I'm a gypsy.
Facts. All love, all love. But yeah, cause this was. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little unexpected, but that's when it's the best. You know what I mean? Like
Yo, that's what's up.
it's organic. You know what I mean? We just talk. Like I need to change the title from this from quarantine check in to this was a legit politicking episode right here.
Yo,
Like this was.
this joint was fun, man. Where can I go to check it out? Where can I go to look at
It's gonna be on
it?
my Facebook page.
On the Facebook
Yeah,
page?
it's gonna be on my Facebook page, and 9 times out of 10, I probably put this on my YouTube page too, cause this is good content right here. This is some good shit.
Yo, I'm glad.
Oh love.
Yo,
Jazz, look,
I might have some bars for you.
I appreciate you. Real quick, Jazz, I appreciate you with the questions. You know what I mean? Bringing in that audience point of view.
That was an
Like,
interactive.
yeah, like
that made
this,
it a liver interaction.
exactly. This is what I seek. Like I enjoy this, and if even like somebody just want to hop on here for a few minutes, like you know what I mean, we can do that. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah, because
this is
what
love.
time is it now?
It's 11:30 right now, but yeah,
Okay,
we knocked out a whole hour. Like this was
that's
dope.
decent, man.
I
And it was easy. It was easy.
Yeah. Oh
It was
yeah.
easy.
Yeah. This is dope. This is extremely dope,
And it,
man.
like, for real, it wasn't. That's crazy. That was kind of decent, man.
Yeah.
Because you gotta think that's kind of difficult to do if somebody is awkward, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or they trying to think of the perfect answer because they want to look decent on the camera and all that.
Right. And again, like that energy, like the energy got to be right. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean when the vibe is right. Cause look, how many times we supposed to got together? Many times.
Years,
Look,
years.
I
Look,
I think about
years.
I think about the Martin Varnell when he was like, "Hey, rerun." How many
I
times
remember
we
those
reached out? Thousands. How many times we
Yo.
missed? Hundreds. It's like,
Yo, that's
nah,
crazy, man. I was
nah,
just
this
talking to somebody about that episode yesterday, yo.
Hollywood swinging. That's a
Yeah, that
classic,
joint was
man.
crazy, yo. He
That's
said the catfish are delicious.
right. Here's a hey. Tell me how do I get to the yams, man? How do I get to
Yo.
the yams? Speaking of which, before I even go, we could probably close up after this because I was talking to a couple of my buddies yesterday, and
Yeah.
we were on a Zoom chat, and they was actually a little annoyed that I even bothered them about this. But I was watching Family Matters yesterday, and
Yeah.
it was it was an episode when Freddie Jackson was singing, and I just said to myself, I was like, damn, I was like, yo, Family Matters definitely had like their good amount of musical cameos on there, and
Yeah.
just off the cuff, like I was just naming all the musical cameos. So then we thought about Martin as far as like the number of musical cameos that Martin had. So I'm gonna just read off the Martin cameos, and these are only artists that actually performed on the show. So from Martin, Brian McKnight had performed because he performed during the
The
engagement.
wedding.
Well, no, he did the engagement.
Oh,
Baby,
the engagement.
yeah, Babyface did the wedding. You remember
Exactly.
that? And when
Yeah.
what was it? Was it Shaka Khan? Yeah, remember what was that? The pass the peas like they used to do. Like
Yeah.
she performed, and Tyrese had performed. Keith Washington, Jodeci, and Biggie, like they all performed.
Yeah.
But
But we was living through it. We
right,
wasn't they watching reruns. We was living through it, so we didn't look at it as something
like that
so
was
big and
key.
spectacular
Right,
because these people were who they were at that time.
right, exactly. But check this out. Like I went to the to the Family Matters. The Family Matters list is heavy. Like you gotta think about it. Remember when Johnny Gill performed for Laura?
No.
Yeah, Johnny Gill performed because Steve offered him the rookie Mickey Mantle card in exchange for him to perform for Laura because Laura couldn't get the tickets to the concert.
No,
You remember
I
that?
no,
Yeah,
I don't
like
even remember it.
yeah, like look,
I used to
that was the
watch Family
throwback.
Matters too, man.
Yeah, hold up real quick, Jazz. You remember Tyrese being on Martin? That was when Pam was working for that music company, and she discovered him. Yeah, that was a throwback. But yeah, from Family Matters, yeah, Johnny Gill was on there. Freddie Jackson, Donna Summers, Shy, Immature, because
Wow,
Immature performed at their graduation, not their graduation, at their prom.
wow.
Who else? All for One, they was on Family Matters. Tracy Spencer, remember?
They list is already heavier than Martin Jones.
Exactly, and Shanice. Yeah, yep.
Wow.
Yeah, Johnny Gill was on Family Matters. That's matter of fact, that's like one of the classic episodes. You gotta look that up. Look that up on YouTube, Jazz.
Yeah, I am. And you know what? I bet you as soon as I look it up, I'm gonna be like, I don't remember this shit.
Right.
Yeah, because I watched who didn't watch Family Matters in our era, like you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Exactly. Look, it be on TV One. Look, I
Yeah.
swear, I probably watch that joint religiously now. Like every time it's
Martin,
on.
I said Martin is the best comedy sitcom of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who. I don't like. Look, I'm not taking nothing away from none of the greats,
Right.
but Sanford and Son is not messing with Martin, yo.
Well,
Um,
I mean, I agree. I'm not gonna say that I watch every Sanford and Son episode, like, but that's something that I
No,
don't.
Sanford and Son is that work.
Right.
It's that work. Like it's like Good Times. You got the Jefferson. Like all of them Jones is like real life comedy Jones, right?
Right.
Martin, hands down, this dude had the most characters. He was the silliest. Like even Jamie Foxx came after Martin, but he was nowhere near Martin's show.
I agree. Yeah, like the only thing that messes up Martin's run is due to the fact of the how it ended.
No,
Like
man, I knew you was gonna.
I'm sorry, like you got to include that. Like I hate to do it,
How
like
you gonna put
like
so that put a blemish on his jaw?
it does. Like it has a minor
That
asterisk.
takes the image of the show.
I mean, partly because look, like it was a great show. Like it was great until
Yeah,
he had the situation with
he ain't have
Gina.
to do that. He
Right,
ain't have
like
to do that.
like what I mean, like I mean, I know it's all been forgiven, at this time, but that kind of puts a little taint on the show, like just a partial, but
Yeah.
but it's still one of my all time favorites though. Like don't get me
Every
wrong.
day,
Like
yo. You can watch. You gonna watch Martin all night long, all day
right, look,
long,
I probably watch it tonight.
anytime. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like. But no, but yeah, because everybody always try to put up the debate, Fresh Prince or Martin, but it's always Martin. Like
It's
it gotta
that
be.
right there was never a debate to me. And I would like to know who everybody is at this moment.
Exactly. Exactly. Jazz said, "Listen, we were privileged enough to have real black shoes. So many living single. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that's a
living
song.
single.
Look,
Um,
I was pissed because I tried to go on a fire stick the other day because I tried to look up Hanging with Mr. Cooper. For some reason, I was in the mood to watch that, but
yo,
it wasn't coming up.
I ain't seen that in over 20 years.
Right? Yeah, like me neither. Like that was
You
that
remember?
work.
You remember In the House?
Oh yeah, with LL. Yeah, that was that
Yeah.
work. Oh
The
yeah.
Joan was bad.
Oh
She was
yeah.
super bad at one time, but
Some,
she not doing good, man.
yeah, you talking about Mia Campbell? Well, Maya Campbell,
Yeah.
Mia Campbell. One of the two. Yeah, yeah,
They,
yeah.
they said she don't want no help. They said there's plenty of people that wanted to help her or whatever, but they
Right.
said she bipolar and she don't want nobody help or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was crazy, man. Shoot, yeah. That was my show. What else? What else was that work? Trying to think.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm trying to think too.
What was it? In the House. We had Living Single. We had what else? What else?
I'm trying to think what other show.
I'm not trying.
Cause Martin was my favorite show,
Oh no,
man.
wait.
Of
She said,
all
"Oh, you talking about New York Undercover, Jazz?" She said, "Wait, y'all remember Undercover? Well, New York Undercover. That was that work, Detective
that joint was
Torres.
all that, yo. Malik
Yeah,
Yoba
and
and
it's
Regan book.
yeah, that was on Detective
I don't know
Torres.
how we think about that, yo.
Yeah, That's a classic. Look, honestly, they have some legit musical, music cameos on there
No,
too. They
they
always
had the
had it.
best. They
Yeah,
had the best.
yeah. Because
They had the
when
best,
they,
yo.
they used to go to the lounge, on each episode, and they always had a crazy musical guest on there. See, that list will probably trump, both Family Matters and Martin.
Yeah.
We have
But because you know why you could remember that John, like it was like they had anybody that was anybody was featured on that John, yo.
right, exactly.
Like you had all of the R&B, like Joe. It
Hmm.
was a bunch of people on that
I
John.
think Mary J was on there at one point. I won't be surprised.
Yeah, not at all. In the
Hmm.
'90s, that was her
Exactly.
time. Real
Yeah.
Love, 411, all that.
Hmm. Exactly. Man, you about to have me develop a list as far as like all the shows I need to go back and watch all over again. Just to kind of, get that essence back. Cause like that, and that's key too. Like as far as like me developing just myself, just like taking it back. Not going back and being a character of my childhood, but just taking in the essence of what I watched and stuff like that. That made you feel good. It made you have
Yeah.
a great vibe. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, that's
like
real. That's
yeah,
real. It's music that you listen to. It's TV shows. It's imagery that you see that takes you to a certain place. It's
yeah,
people that you talk to. It's people that you hang around
yeah,
that take you to a certain place. That's why I refuse to hang around somebody that make me feel ill. Like like I'm cool.
right.
I got it. Like when I hang around somebody and it feel good. That's who I'm gonna put myself around. It's simple as that.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
The universe gonna let you know, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because that's like even like as far as like what I work on and stuff. Like a lot of my favorites is, the likes of like a Brian Gumble. I really don't tell people
Okay.
this a lot. Like like I idolize like a Brian Gumble, Oprah, to a certain extent, because like they develop platforms and like they were the ones who went out there to have those interviews and like have like those you know one-on-one interviews out there, and that's actually a big key to what I want to get out here now. I see people have interviews, but like I want to have interviews with individuals to understand like how do they evolve to where they are, and what makes it cool because it's like for where I'm looking to evolve is exactly the steps that they've already taken, and it's like I'm learning on the fly just based off of the interview. you know
Exactly.
yeah, so it's dope, man. Like
I mean, hot. We got our own sneakers.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like unified footwear, like all of it, man.
Yeah, www.unifywear.com. Please
Hmm.
check us out. I mean,
Wait,
flavors.
real quick. Jess said, like they can't even see black people living life and becoming successful. Like that's the truth because, like, look, look, the man wants to monetize off of everything. Like, look, if I ain't have to use Facebook as the platform, to get started, trust and believe, I'd been using something else, or,
Yeah,
trying to figure out a way to be able to create my own platform. That way I ain't got to utilize it. So,
yeah.
but yeah, it's crazy though. Wait, what else you got? Or on a show, everything is reality, and it's not even reality. That's true though. It is like
Yeah,
it.
reality show. And
Oh
it's all fake.
yeah,
It's all fake. It's edited, everything.
yeah.
It's nothing is real about
Like I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like it might have been about a few months ago. No, I'm gonna say a few weeks to almost like a month ago. Like I tried to check out what was it, like the Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta, and I'm like people watch this shit. like
it.
it
Yo, I don't
it's
watch none of them
terrible.
shows.
Yeah,
Yo,
it's
if
terrible.
you want me to be honest, I don't watch TV.
I don't blame you. Like
I don't watch TV.
I don't blame you. I think the only
I watch the news sometimes. I watch the news something like I watch it just to hear what are they saying
right,
because I want something to assess.
right,
Now whether or not I believe it, like I need to hear it every once. I need to hear it every once in a while
right.
to hear what they're talking about, just so I can have some sort of awareness
It,
of
it,
what it is, what they on.
exactly. Like and
Other
some
than that,
and sometimes like the news can be depressing at times too. Like it got to the point where like
it's bad
I had to
news.
check. Yeah, I had to check out on it. Like You know what I mean? Like I still got like the Channel 6 app and stuff. Like I had to turn off the notifications on it, like because like
Yeah,
you get the notifications about certain stuff happening, and it's just like you just instantly get like that sad vibe or or something like that. I'm like look, I'm good. Like I mean, I check in on my time, and
yeah.
I take it from there. Like don't get me wrong, like I check in on into CNN from time to time. I do like watching that here and there, and just kind of like seeing what's going on like from a national front. But other than that, like I'm good, man. Like
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what my addiction is, yo.
what's that?
Audio books.
Oh yeah, me too. Same,
Yeah,
same. As a matter of fact,
like literature, yo.
I just got two audiobooks that I gotta read that I had purchased. Matter of fact, what was it? I just bought it maybe about a week ago. Like that's my thing too. Speaking of which, I know Kevin Hart got a book coming out. I was thinking about grabbing that, John. Cause I
My wife is reading the
yeah.
Michelle Obama John. What's the name of it?
Was that Becoming?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I know that's gonna be a good jump for her. Like I that like if you not strengthening your mind every day,
Right.
you need like I can't be around that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Exactly. Exactly. Matter of fact, hold on. Yeah, the book I had just got, it's called The Obstacle is the Way, from Ryan Holiday. And I got the artist Russ, the hip
You
hop
said from Holiday?
Ryan Holiday.
Okay,
It's called The Obstacle is the Way. It's from Ryan Holiday.
okay.
Uh and I just
The
got
baseball player?
I don't think he's a baseball player. I think he's more like a what they call him, like a philanthropist, something like that. Like
Yeah.
yeah, more more of a self development, you know
And give her like yeah,
yeah, getting
contribute.
the
Yeah.
mindset and stuff. Hey Judge, you said my favorite audio book. I don't know. There's a lot that I like. Like over the last year, like that's all I've been doing was like just buying books. Like I got that. I got what else? What else? I think my favorite. Let me see. Hold on. I gotta look at it. Hmm. Favorite audio book.
Hmm.
I think my favorite may have to be. Hmm. Let me see. Let me see. Going to my library now. You know what? I think my favorite have to be The Courage to Be Disliked. That was an interesting audio book.
I like the way that sound right there, yo.
Yeah. Oh, the Courage to Be
And can you
Disliked.
send that to me, yo?
What the audio book?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can send it. Like
Oh, all right.
yeah, cause I purchased that through Apple, so
Oh, all right, all right.
I probably won't
I'm
be
gonna just go on Apple and look for it then.
right. Yeah, the
Yeah,
courage. Yeah, the courage to be disliked. I think that might be my favorite one. Jazz
I
said
like
her favorite one was a detective talking about how you can read body language. Interesting. Yeah, that's a good one too. That
a detective talking about how you can read body language.
yeah
Okay.
that kind of put me in the mind. What was the book I read? Oh, what was the name of it? Hold on. I don't know why I'm not seeing it on here, but damn, what was it called? Wait, where is that book? Oh, you know what? It might not have been a audio book. Oh yeah, you know what? I second this. I like the courage to be disliked in the 48 Laws of Power, the laws of human nature by Robert Greene. That's a great book. That damn it, that tells you about
I like the 48 laws and the 50th law.
yeah. I haven't read those,
Hmm.
but yeah, the laws of human nature that teach you about reading like body language and stuff like that. Like that John dope.
48 laws actually helped me with picking up on manipulation and deception
Right,
and just seeing it from a mile away. And I play chess.
right.
Like so I apply chess to life. So I look somebody dead in their eyes and make them like, come on, man, seriously,
like
like,
like what are you
cut it
doing?
off. Yeah, like
Exactly. Hey Jazz, real quick, I'm gonna type it in the comments. Yeah, it's called the courage to be in dislike.
I
Yeah.
like yo. I ain't gonna say it's my favorite book, but it's the book that I'm listening to now, and I listen to. This is about my fourth time listening to it, and it's 10 hours and I believe 47 minutes long.
Right.
Um, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill.
Hmm. Hmm. I never heard that one.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good one too.
I share it with you.
Okay.
It's a YouTube audio, John. Think and Grow Rich is that work, y'all.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm at to check that one out too. Yeah. But yeah, no, yeah,
I
it's
bet you
good.
Jazz done heard of that.
Possibly. Yeah,
Yeah.
like look, that's all I like. Like, if I'm on, on a bike or something, like especially like if I was at the, when going to the gym, was in flow, like that's all I did. Like rather than listening to music some days, like I just throw the audio book on and, get my workout in.
Yeah.
Like it
Hey,
shoot, I ain't gonna lie, I miss the gym right now. Like definitely miss it. But I've been able to make to make up in in certain ways as far as being able, excuse me, to, to get my workouts in and stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, so all right, we about to run into movie time lift. We about to hit an hour and 30,
Yeah.
my dog.
And
Like
you don't want to do it so long to where though they like, oh man, they messed it up. They did it too long.
right, exactly. But no, this was dope though. But no,
Yeah.
hey, cuz no, I greatly appreciate you. You know what I mean, hopping
Yeah,
on here. Like this
here,
was
man.
dope. But yeah, hey Jazz, thank you. Like I, greatly appreciate you. Hopping on here. Like that
Thanks.
was
And
good.
and
Keeping
and
the
I want to
comments
say
coming.
my last words. I want to say I really really appreciate you for providing me with a platform to talk about Unify and allow me to talk about the start and all of that. Like, and we barely scratching the surface, man. I feel like I ain't even said enough to you about Unify, but
Right.
we'll have more time to talk about it. But thanks again for having me on the platform, cuz.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Shout your, plug your plugs. You got it. You good.
All right, so I
Take this
got
time.
um Unify. We on Instagram we can be found at Unify Wear underscore UNIFYWEAR underscore. Also on Instagram we can be found at Unify Vision UNIFYVISION. At the Unify Wear you can also shop from the Instagram. You can shop from a Facebook store at Unify Wear. We also have Unify Vision, um, Unify Records. Um, like it's beats for sale, everything. It's so much stuff. Just get with me. Just get with me. Google Unify Rhyme and reach out to me. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Look, if you want to see how real it is, pull up on me wherever I'm at. Whoever
Hmm.
can pull up on me. That's how authentic it is. So Google me at Unify Rhyme. Call me. You know what I mean? If you could use or utilize any of my services or any of the services that any of my company provides or whatever, then we'll take it from there. You know what I mean? And everybody tune in to Politicin with Hot.
Exactly. More look, more to come. More to come. I thank everybody that
Definitely.
that was tuned in tonight. Like I love spirit of moment things. Like when the spirit of moment things happen, it seems like it grows, and I'm grateful for it, man. Like just really grateful, for everything. So definitely. But all right. But absolutely appreciate you, Ron.
Yep.
Follow the Unify movement, everybody, and let's see what happens next week.
Yep.
Where we go from here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
May make this a every Friday evening situation, and you know what I mean.
Wow.
We chop it up. You know what I mean. See what's going on from there. So, anybody what I mean want to check out the replay of this video, feel free to check it out. It'll be on my page, and I'll see if I can put this up on Facebook as well. Like this was very receptive.
I'll share it too. Yep.
Oh yeah,
I'll
for
share.
sure. Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? Give a share. Like this was dope. This was really dope, man. So, all right, cuz love you, man. Be safe
All
out
right. Love
there,
you
man.
too, man.
All
Yep.
right, y'all.
All right, y'all.
All right, everybody. Have a good one. Peace.
Peace.